And so it continues. Evening, my pet. Are you feeling better? Ready to offer yourself to me?
Anything I can do for you?
Yes. Share your blood with me.
I feel a little bit lightheaded right now.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
Maybe I should
You had a whole day to rest. Well, at the very least.
Anything I can do for you?
Did you get some more money? No? Then why am I even keeping you here? You disappoint me. Well, I'm actually a little bit angry now, but maybe going back downtown to kill a couple people will make me feel better. Plus, there is this whore that is always eager to offer herself to me. Actually, maybe I should have made her my ghoul instead of that girl.
Hop in.
Downtown. I also have to, I've been asked to kill some music producer or whoever in this confession club, and supposedly they are going to pay me for it, which makes it all the better, but before I go there, I might as well go and deal with the Russians first. And that way I'll be able to report back to the owner of the club, having done that. I think she said they're on the highest floor, the 6th, I think. And this should be an effective enough weapon against just regular mortals. I'm not even going to pretend to sneak. After all, I do need to kill the boss, so I might as well kill all of the others as well, just to send a message. And just for sport, generally speaking.
Stay tuned to channel 3
It seems those two are deaf or something. Or they are just pretending not to see me, because they think I'm going to spare them. Well, I guess they are wrong.
Tourist bus destined for the ancient city of Angkor return Wednesday night. Without any trace of its operator or passengers, Cambodian officials have dispatched several military units in the jungle amidst concerns that it is related to one of a number of Southeastern Asian militaries based in the region. 3 American citizens are among the missing.
There's some kind of a book here. Might as well grab it. Have something to read later at home. Man, they are really, attached to this idea that if they are they will just pretend not to see me, then I'm going to leave them alone. Or maybe they are just retarded. After all, they are Russians. Can't even speak English properly. Okay, I must be careful, because I might be actually running out of ammunition here. And this, I imagine, was the boss. Yeah, I don't have that much ammo. I guess I can part him with his earthly possessions. It's not like he's going to need any of those anymore. But I have to be a little bit more strategic about my exit now, because if I run out of ammunition, it might get a little bit ugly. Are any of them left though? Anyone? Fuck. I'm starting to turn into a sieve. And I think I'm out of ammo, which is definitely problematic here. Okay, how many of them left? Might actually have to drink that other bag of blood I bought from Vandal. Just because I feel pretty famished, and if I go out into the streets and drain someone, that might attract unwanted attention in the end.
A recent outbreak of several highly contagious diseases in downtown Los Angeles has CDC...
Tried... What about this room? Well, can't exactly get in there. But I think I can get into the ballroom from the other side, just to see if I left anyone alive. Well, I guess the answer is no. Which is just as I like it. But again, I think I might have to drink the other bag. So, cheers. I will go and look for the whore though. She's always pretty eager to offer herself. And she doesn't taste half bad. Oh look, that's her. Always when I need her. Evening.
You are insatiable. Still, I can't thank you enough. Come here and collect your reward, hero.
Yeah, already feel better. Now, there's a guy I'm supposed to take care of in here, some kind of a music producer. Now, what might be interesting here is trying to take care of him in such a crowded setting. There's actually something I have in mind. We'll see how well it works. I take it this is the producer and those are his bodyguards. Evening. Look me deep in the eyes. And now, would you kindly go outside and get hit by a car? I somehow doubt that, but do have fun. Well, I'll go and see if it works. What a fucking idiot. Run straight into that. I love it, damn it. Oh, it's beautiful. I hope I'll have more opportunities to do fun stuff like this. Now, with that taken care of, might report to the to her that I've taken care of her little problem. Hopefully, she'll be grateful enough.
There you are. Finished yet?
Yes.
What?
I said yes.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Let's talk in my office.
Whatever. Somehow she could hear me the first time, but not each time after that. Well,
Morris?
he's dead. Deader than dead. All of them are dead, in fact.
That Boris's blood? Guess we're partners then. If you only knew what I had to do over the years to keep this place open. Tell you what, partner. Come in every few days and I'll give you your cut. Here's tonight. I've got some money to make us. I'll hold your share of the profits. Don't forget to drop by and scoop them up once in a while,
Well, you'll see me again. And pretty often, I imagine. It was nice doing business with you. Good luck with the club. After all, each dollar that you've earned from now on is partially mine as well. And don't forget what I did to Boris. Well, what happened to him can always happen to you if you don't hold your end of the bargain. With that said, have a good night. Now, before I go and find the crazy guy, whatever his name was, for LaCroix, there's still the matter of the Plaguebearers. I found a flyer with their symbol on it or something. And I could have sworn I saw that symbol somewhere in the city. But before I go there, I think I might need some heavy firepower dealing with the leader of them. So, evening.
My man, what is up?
Show me your merchandise. Now, what I need is some ammo for a variety of weapons. The Glock is comfortable enough to use, I guess. But I'll also buy a couple of rounds for the shotgun. Okay, I think that should be enough, but I also do have some things to pawn. Oh, that's quite valuable. Unfortunately, no one wants to buy this shit. And she didn't even want it back. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Well, it was nice doing business with you. Now, I know I saw the symbol, the skull with the flames, somewhere around this part of town, but I'm not quite sure where. Ah, right there. Isn't exactly hidden. And there she is again. Ready for another round?
You are insatiable. Still, I can't thank you enough. Come here and collect your reward, hero.
Well, at least she's up for the task. Unlike that bitch, my ghoul. I should have ghouled her, by all accounts. She's been much more useful than that other girl so far. But I take it this is the headquarters of the Plaguebearers? You.
What's up, brother? You enlightened?
Yes.
I see. Welcome to the Brotherhood. The bishop will see you upstairs.
The bishop, huh? Well, whatever. I doubt he'd be too reasonable. His underlings didn't really express... Hey, you.
Hey, did you get summoned? You're going upstairs to see the bishop.
What are you talking about exactly?
You're new to the Brotherhood, huh? Just got enlightened. I've been here a few days. When the bishop wants to see you, you'll be summoned, and then you go up these stairs up to the temple.
Have you seen the bishop? What he's like?
The bishop? Yeah, I saw him once. He is beautiful and scary. I dream about him all the time. He does things to me in my dreams. He does things I don't like to remember.
So what exactly do they do in this temple of theirs?
I don't know. I mean, I hear things, but I haven't been summoned. I had a friend snuck up there a few days ago. Said she saw things, bad things. Yeah.
What exactly did she see?
Blood. She said, blood everywhere. She saw a few of the summoned, tried to talk to them, but they just stared at her with these blank looks, you know. One of them started reaching for her, and she ran away.
Well, it seems the Brotherhood probably isn't for you, which makes me kind of annoyed because they didn't extend the invitation to me, and yet here you are.
Yeah. I know. The bishop said we have to shed our earthly fears on our journey to the ninth circle. But I'm scared to go upstairs. I just want to go home. You know, I want to go home.
Well, I do have something that would ease your pain, and you wouldn't be scared anymore, ever. And I do need a little bit of a snack before the fight, so come here. Well, at least you're not scared anymore, am I right? Well, let's go and see that bishop of theirs. The fuck? Is that a fucking... Is it really a fucking zombie? Well, I guess at this point I shouldn't really be surprised that zombies are real, but still... Just wasn't expecting that. To be honest, so many of them I might run out of ammunition eventually, and I do need it for the fight against the bishop. Which way should I even go? I'm not quite sure, but I guess she said something about a temple of sorts. So if I see a part of the building that looks more prestigious or something, then I guess that would be it. Should I go down? I guess I can. Although, again, I'm not quite sure where exactly am I going. But I guess this double door looks ornate enough for the place. So,
Welcome, brother. I see you have been enlightened. Are you searching for something? Do you seek the truth? You've come to the right place, brother. We got more truth here than we can handle.
So, I take it you're the leader of the Brotherhood of the Ninth Circle?
They call me Bishop Vic, Shepherd of the Damned, your midnight guide through our last days here on Earth. Do you feel it, brother? The curtain being drawn back at last, drawn back by my hand, by the Brotherhood of the Ninth Circle.
Last days on Earth. So, you believe we're living in the end times or whatever?
Gehenna, Judgment Day, the apocalypse again. Brother, you are too indoctrinated into the antiquated beliefs of this material world. There is no rhyme or reason, no all-powerful and terrible gods who watch over their children. You talk of disease. What about the disease that you and I both carry? Our flesh remade into nothing more than an abomination, feeding on our brothers and sisters like so many cattle. What god watched over me when that demon tore into my neck and made me into this monster you see before you? No, brother. There is no god who would tolerate such a thing. And so I have become God, and the diseases I carry to the masses will bring about an end of my own making. Until we have all journeyed below into the Ninth Circle.
Well, so I guess you're just insane. There's no point in destroying the world. What point is there to be gained from that? You could rule the world if you wanted, but it's clearly not your goal. It seems to me you have some kind of vampire daddy issues. So I guess there is no point in discussing that with you. Just bring on what you've got.
The time for words has come and gone, my brother. You and I will take those last steps together and see what truth lies behind the curtain. Let the night fall forever on this cursed earth, and let the fruits of my labor bring a long and bloody harvest.
Whatever. To be honest, this guy is kind of pathetic in his own way. To be handed all of this power, and then just to waste it on trying to fucking end the world, as opposed to taking the reins and ruling the world. as we very well could. I guess that's the reason he must die. Because ain't nobody destroying the world while I'm still on it. It's not too bright either. Then again, if he was bright, he wouldn't have devised such an insane plan in the first place. Well, I guess that's it for him. And that also solves the problem of the Plaguebearers, I guess, which leaves me free to report to both the Tremere, what was his name? Strauss, or whatever, and the Anarchs. Now, I still get a little bit trippy about traveling through here. Yeah, right. Because this place is like a fucking magical maze. It makes you walk in a circle until you get to his chambers anyway. Strauss, you there? Evening.
Hello, neonate. How can I be of assistance?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Of course.
I solved the problem of the epidemic.
You have? Impressive, young one. What exactly was the source of the epidemic?
It was a blood cult of some sorts, led by a guy named Bishop Vic. There were a couple of Plaguebearers spreading the illness among the humans.
Tell me of this so-called bishop.
It seemed he wanted to bring about the end of the world. He was more than a little bit angsty about being turned into a vampire.
I see. That end may very well be upon us. But to business. I have a debt to pay you for your services.
Yes, you do.
If you so desire, I can give to you a unique talisman that might be of use in the future. If that does not interest you, I can compensate you with hard currency. You decide.
Well, I can always get more money, so I think I'll take the item you're talking about.
A wise decision, neonate. True power lies not in wealth, but in the things it affords you. I hope this object serves you well.
Well, it was nice doing business with you then. Goodbye. So, that's one reward claimed. Now let me take a look at this item he gave me. It is definitely magical. I feel something when I hold it. Although, I must say, it would be kind of embarrassing, but also kind of hilarious in a way, if he handed me a cursed item just because I wouldn't be able to tell. Like, I'm really new to this. Then again, seeing how I've dealt with a whole cult of Plaguebearers on my own, I would hope, for his sake, he knows better than try to trick me, cause if I ever learn that he did, well, let's just say I'll be coming back and not to talk. But with that being done, I'll go and talk with the Anarchs as well. I actually have to tell one of them that I've dealt with the annoying ghoul. Hey you.
What's up?
I've dealt with Patty for you.
Ghouls ain't nothing but trouble if you ask me. It's a weakness, pure and simple.
They do have their uses. I did what I did just because I could, and it amused me. Now, it was her who wanted to have the problem of the epidemic solved. Sup?
Sup?
That's what I asked. Well, anyway, all the Plaguebearers are dead.
You killed all of them? You? Huh. So I guess you want me to thank you or something? Damn it. Thanks, okay? Well, cool for now, but just don't go bragging to everybody about it.
Well, I did it because it was pretty fun slaughtering them all.
Righteous. You know, you just may have an Anarch soul. I'll let you chew on that, Cammy. Some of the boys might have overheard our conversation and gotten the impression I've gone soft. Somebody in this joint's gotta lack the restraint to keep their mouths shut.
No. Actually, what if I wanted to undermine LaCroix? I'm not saying I'm all chummy with this Anarch cause of yours, but I definitely don't like him. So, any input about that?
I don't know. You seem pretty tight with Nancy Pants up there.
What exactly are you trying to imply here?
Say, you really want to help us out? Stay close to LaCroix. Smooch his ass, play ball. Keep an eye on him for us. You hear anything spicy, you come talk to me. Don't advertise. For all anyone in that tower will know, you're still a worthless, bootlicking Cammy Dooboy.
Well, I guess she doesn't know that, but that's what I've been doing all this time anyway. I guess I'll wait for a decent opportunity to screw him over. I'll humor him for now.
Cool. With someone on the inside, we should be able to eject his candy ass a whole lot sooner. Keep us conscious, Cammy.
Well, I guess I will, if you offer me something nice. And then anyway, at the very least, I am going to screw him over, whether that be for you or just for my own amusement, at one point or the other. What about you, Nines? Anything new to say?
2 minutes, newbie. All the time I've got to spare right now.
Well, what's your take on the situation here in LA?
LA? It's always had problems. Always had a mean streak. Earthquakes, fires, riots. And for the Anarchs, the Camarilla, the Sabbat, the Quajin have all tried to steal it away. People say these nights are bleak, but then, haven't we always been damned?
So, why not go somewhere else then, if it's so tough for you?
Roll over? Play ball? Give up all we fought for, died for? Do you really think that's an option? Do you really think anybody'd be willing to trade their freedom to become a cog in an elder's game? If you do, then you just don't get it. Time's up. Come around in a few nights if you're still alive. Maybe I'll have time to kill. But I doubt it.
Well, must say, at the very least, I do admire his spirit. Is she following me? Must say, I'm a little bit flattered. Or I would be, if she wasn't a fucking mortal whore. But she's useful enough. Now, what was I supposed to be doing? Ah, right, I have to find this crazy... What are they called again? Moldavians? Whatever, the leader of the local crazy strain of vampires for LaCroix. But as I said, I think I'll let him wait a little. Actually, what is this building? No trespassing, violators will be shot, survivors will be shot again. That's a cool little piece of PSA there. Maybe the map will tell me more. Somebody scribbled fat on the map for Fat Larry, presumably. so his little shop isn't as secret as you would have thought at first. McGlynn Medical. So is it like a clinic? Or a hospital? It doesn't look like it's in use. Pretty dilapidated. But I might check it out, just because maybe there's some supplies left. A few blood bags or something. Or maybe it's actually occupied by some squatters or whatever I could feed on in a pinch. Anyone here? Anyone?
Help me! Help me! It's got them. It's coming for me now.
What are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Who's coming? Who are you?
My crew. We were here shooting for my show. I'm a parapsychologist. Haunted LA. Oh God, it was right behind me. We've got to get out of here.
What is behind you exactly?
Look, I'll level with you. We usually fake these things, you know, ghosts. That's all bullshit. We were setting up downstairs and weird shit started happening. My crew started disappearing. I don't know what's happening.
Well, I guess I'll look into it, just because I'm a little bit intrigued. You do whatever you want to do. I don't fucking care.
No, don't go down there. We've got to get out. It's coming.
Whatever. Now, I'm a little bit intrigued here, because I've already met one ghost, and to be honest, that encounter was a little bit underwhelming in the end. Like, I was really expecting something more terrifying, but it looked like somebody pushed him forward towards the camera. Yeah, but overall, at this point, I'm pretty open to the idea of there being a ghost, and I might investigate just for the fun of it. Like, I wonder if, I don't know, it would be interesting to talk with a ghost. Maybe try to bargain with it for, like, information or some new powers. I'm not quite sure how any of that works at this point yet. Okay, that's very clearly some, I don't know, telekinesis at play or something, because something was definitely pulling her back, and I didn't see anyone corporeal do that, so presumably that's a ghost, much as there was in the hotel. But then the hotel ghost didn't really attempt to exert force upon me directly. He was like moving objects and throwing vases at me, which was a little bit pathetic in the end. I think I heard somebody scream. Anything here? Not really. But the blood does not look that old. So maybe something sketchy has been happening here. Well, at the very least, I'm a little bit intrigued. Anyone here? Hey, you. Open the door. Open. Okay. Interesting. It almost looked like his fucking head exploded. Can't seem to be able to open that from this side. Well, just in case it isn't a ghost, I better prepare a weapon. Okay, that's very clearly not a ghost. And judging from how her eyes glow. I'd wager she's one of us. Evening. Oh, that's pretty
Real
hardcore.
Terror is not the sight of death. It is the fear of death. What is the fear of death? Terror of the unknown. Is it these eyes you peer into? No. I am not the unknown. You and I are closer kin than you and it were.
So, what are you exactly? Clearly, you are some kind of a vampire, but we don't usually eat people whole.
Drinking blood to sustain your death, you are damned, yes? What if, besides the blood of the living, you had to eat pounds of their flesh to maintain that thin facade of life? What would you call it? Twice damned?
So you have to eat humans?
We drink blood, I eat flesh. Kine eat food. But Kine think us a monster. Without remorse, they would burn our body twice over to be certain we were destroyed. What is unnatural for some is vital for others.
Listen, I'm not judging or anything. I don't particularly care either way. You could be fucking their corpses and I still wouldn't care. It's just weird. So, who are you exactly?
My birth name I tell no one. You may address me as Pisha. Pisha was the name of my companion and lover in a time before my death, 230 years ago. She has no need of it anymore.
So, what are you doing here exactly?
My stay in this city is transitory. I seek relics of the occult traced here and would trade similar artifacts to acquire them. But if you wish to bargain with me, the Kine upstairs must be sent down here. He has seen too much.
Are you going to eat him?
Eventually.
That's pretty hilarious. Well, I don't particularly care. Actually, I do think it's a little bit hardcore how you're doing that, although I probably wouldn't appreciate having to do the same just because of logistical difficulties. But as I said, I'm not judging. I'll take care of it. Huh. So I guess she's like a, I don't know, some weird kind of a vampire that has to actually eat flesh in addition to drinking blood. As I said, I think that has to be problematic in the long run, right? Just because of the difficulties of getting it. But she also said she trades in occult items, which is definitely interesting, and it might be very useful to me. So I'm definitely taking the guy to her. After all, what's the life of one mortal in exchange for some more power? Hey you! Hey, you there? Huh, did he run? Oh, he dropped a business card. Haunted Alley. Simon Milligan. Now, I think he was actually mentioned in the Journal of the Whore as one of her clients. The whore that was in a fucking love affair with the ghoul of the Anarchs. Anyway, Skyline Apartment 1. Now, that reminds me, I think I do have something else to do in the Skyline Apartments. Like, I seem to remember that whoever he was, the guy that what's the word for that? That skipped bail, jumped bail. Mike, the one that killed Patrick, the fat dude with herpes down at Santa Monica, was asking about. He supposedly went downtown, right? And I do remember something about him visiting a guy. Hey you, would you be willing for yet another round?
You are insatiable.
Oh yes I am.
Still, I can't thank you enough. Come here and collect your reward, hero.
She's pretty great in her own way. Like, at the very least she still hasn't fainted, which is pretty impressive when you consider how much blood did I take from her. Now, Skyline Apartments. Evening. Now, Milligan is the reporter. I've been to Anderson the Ghoul and Glazer the Whore, so that leaves Milton and Welch. Well, and I guess number 4, but it seems to be vacant to investigate, so I think I'll go just floor by floor, because I do have a vague memory of Mike, the con, visiting planning to visit one of those flats. I doubt he's going to answer the door, so. Milligan, you there? It's probably scared shitless. But there's nothing a bit of blood-powered domination isn't going to fix. You there? Ah, there you are.
Hospital. But my crew, are they...
Well, it's actually a prank, you know. Those are getting traction, especially online. They were pranking you all along. They actually are waiting for you in the basement. That's pretty funny when you think about it, isn't it?
Really? A joke? A joke, right? Oh, real funny. Oh, you got me good. I'm going to hurt some people very badly.
Yeah, go and do that. Or rather, go get hurt really badly, but that's besides the point. Now, does he have anything valuable in here? Drugs? Huh, that's an interesting photo. Oh fuck, that's a Nosferatu. Right next to the doors of the asylum back at Santa Monica? Huh, somebody was really sloppy with their feeding. What about his computer? Haunted LA, greatest show, blah blah blah. Don't fucking care. Haunted LA sucks. Don't fucking care either. And I guess his upcoming shows don't matter at this point anyway, because he's fucking dead and going to be eaten. Dilapidated hospital downtown. Very spooky. So I guess this is the one that they were working on currently. Well, show 18 is never going to happen. Cemetery in Hollywood. I'm presumably going to visit it at one point. I am going to Hollywood after all, to poison the water supply for the CDC guy. He promised me a rather hefty reward for that. Plus, it's good to get the CDC otherwise occupied. You know, with one of them being in on it, he's going to be able to misdirect them. Anyone here? I guess not. Anyone? Oh fuck. I wonder, are the police even still doing that? To be honest, I seriously doubt that. It looks more like a prank of some sort. Which I wasn't even really lying when I said those are picking up traction on the internet. Well, I guess I can take those stereos to pawn. But is anyone even living here? Oh. Well, I was about to say that's a pretty dilapidated bathroom, but then I fucking remembered the one I'm sleeping in currently. And I had to kind of choke on my own words a little bit there. Any messages on the phone, maybe?
Mr. Milton, you know who this is, and I do hope you realize that we're still on for tonight. Meet me at the agreed-upon location across from the bar by the underpass. Bring your associate, Mr. Durbin, as it is a two-man job that I am proposing. With any luck, the two of you are already on your way, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.
Huh. I think that's Mike, right? He was setting a meeting across the last round. Well, I guess I am going to check that out. But before I do that, let me check the other apartments. Just because maybe there's no one in there anyway, and maybe I'll find something valuable. Huh, can't exactly hack that. I don't know the password. And the lock seems to be a little bit too complicated to open normally, which I guess kind of leaves me out of options here. And this is magnetically locked with some kind of a key card. Well, I guess I'm done here then. I think I'll go back to the flesh-eating vampire to let her know. Well, I guess I don't have to let her know, because obviously she has probably killed the guy by now and is presumably storing him in a fridge for later use. But what I meant to say is I'm going to talk with her regarding the whole artifact trade. Maybe she can offer me something interesting. And then I guess I'll go to check on that meeting that Mike and the others are supposed to be having. Okay, this is locked. Cause maybe Kilpatrick is actually going to pay me if I find him. And I'm not one to turn down money, I must say. The road to reach her is a little convoluted. Evening.
The kind's fate was sealed the moment he entered. Do not waste time debating the morality. If a man walks into a tiger's domain, it may result in his being devoured. So it has.
Again, I don't matter. I don't care one way or the other. You do you. Now, let's talk about those artifacts you mentioned.
Yes, I am searching for 2 items I have tracked to this area. One, I believe, may be in one of the local museums. I have not yet searched them all. The other I believe to be in the Giovanni's possession, though I have not confirmed it. For these items, I will exchange items of similar worth.
Tell me about the item you think is in a museum.
A fetish is described in a 19th century chronicle of a British platoon's encounter with a local tribe. Soldiers would go missing in the night and be replaced by these fetishes. It may be valuable to my studies.
And the other item?
It is used to communicate with certain entities otherworldly.
Huh.
It is a tome called the
Interesting.
Voce di Morte. Should you find yourself within the walls of the Giovanni, seize the opportunity and take it, for they will make sure you never have another.
I don't really even know what the Giovanni are, but better not let her know that. I do have a couple of questions.
Yes.
So, you seem really interested in death. Any particular reasons for that?
Death is the ultimate dilemma, and integral to the beliefs and behavior of every culture. Life is bore on the corpses of the dead. Without death, there would be no motivation to accomplish anything. The only emotion would be existing. Life would be pestilent and agonizing.
That's an interesting way to look at it. Well, anyway, I'll leave you to it. I'll be back when I acquire any of those items. Would that be a quicker way to get back up? I must say, for a flesh-eating monster, she's at the very least unerringly polite. Oh yes, it is a shortcut of sorts. Okay, I think that's actually enough for the night. Although, damn it, the meeting between Mike, Muddy, or whatever his name is, and the others is supposed to be tonight, right? So I better check on it. I really feel like she's following me, which I'm not sure how to feel about, because on one hand it's pretty convenient whenever I need to feed, but on the other it's also a little bit rude on her part. But that's the wrong way actually. I do need to check on the meeting, because after all, if they do meet and I'm not there, then I will lose track of Muddy, and he may yet be worth some money to me. So it would presumably be wise to check up on him. Now, it was supposed to be across the bar, so somewhere over here? Huh. Would that be here, maybe? Anyone here? Huh. I guess not. That's a fucking headless corpse. There's also... Hey, you. You.
Did you see it?
I didn't, but... What did you see? Tell me everything.
These two guys, the dead guy and the other, they showed up. I've been living here, so I hid. I thought maybe they was owners or cops come to clean the place out.
And what were they doing?
They was waiting on someone. They're going to do some kind of job, they were saying. But the person they was meeting, well, he was late. So the one guy leaves to find the phone and call him, and the dead guy stayed. Oh, that's when the killer, that's when he showed up.
Showed up?
1 second he wasn't there, and then he was. Like out of the shadows he come up. Scared the shit out of the dead guy. I'd like to scream, but I couldn't breathe.
I guess in a way you're lucky you didn't. He would probably kill you too.
Oh, that killer, he grew these claws. I swear it, I saw it. The dead guy went white like he'd seen the devil, and then the killer grabbed him round the neck and lifted him up and started cursing at the guy.
What did he say exactly?
Oh, I couldn't hear too good. Something about revenge for what he did or what they did. The killer made sure that that guy knew who he was and then ripped him open. Just tore him apart. He did it real slow. Made the guy scream.
Huh. So, did the other guy ever come back?
No, he never come back.
Did you catch any of their names, maybe?
That feller called him Muddy.
Ah, right. Well, that'll be enough then. I must say, I kinda like this Muddy style. First the guy he skinned on the pier, and now this. He fucking ripped his head off and then impaled his body on this spike over here. Well, he's certainly passionate. Now, the BAM said it was something about revenge. Oh, that's golden. That's just a golden opportunity. Well, it'll be long before another such opportunity presents itself, so might as well give it a couple tries. That's never that great at baseball, I mean at basketball. Come on, I need to score at least one. Must say, I would have never imagined disemboweled heads are so bouncy, relatively speaking. Never really played much with those. It would be kind of hilarious if I brought it back home for my ghoul. I wonder what her reaction would be. Like, would she pretend to like it just because I brought it? Or maybe would she even genuinely like it because I brought it? Well, okay, I guess that's enough fun. Let me inspect the body itself. How would I? There's fire in the way, and I would much rather not step into that. I want to take a closer look at it, maybe find some clues. Ah, there's a ladder up there. Huh. Maybe I can shoot the hook too. Yeah. Well, that worked well enough, all things considered. Ah, there's some kind of a magnetic keycard. So, whoa, where is it? Lucky Star room key. It says here that the Lucky Star Hotel is in Hollywood, which I am going to go there at some point, so should probably keep that in mind. Well, I guess my business here is done. Now, if I encounter the whore again, I think I'll ask her to let me feed again, because at the very least she's much less fussy about it than my own ghoul is, and if I come back home and she says that she's not ready yet, then I'll be quite pissed. This one time I'm actually actively looking for her. I can't quite find her. Maybe she has had enough. For now. Well,
Going somewhere?
I'm back to Santa Monica. Here's to hoping my goal will finally be eager. Because if not, then what's even the point of having her? Evening. So,
Anything I can do for you?
give me your blood at last.
I feel a little bit lightheaded right now.
For fuck's sake.
Maybe I should lie down.
I'm starting to lose my patience. I might make you lie down indefinitely if you do not stop annoying me. But I guess I'll give you one more chance. Fucking bitch. Anything new? Ah, that's from the hitman. Huh, congressman. Now, that is going to be a challenge. Oh, or it actually won't. Because it says, the bloodier the better, which... they can't even imagine how bloody that is going to be. Now, where is he exactly? Dinner reservations in Hollywood. Well, it seems a lot of my objectives are converging on that area. They also said they left me payment in mail. Yeah. So I guess soon I'll be going to Hollywood. But for now, I think before retiring for the night, I'll do some reading. Something about making business deals. Might be useful in ripping people off, or at the very least, you know, getting stuff cheaper. I'll give it a read. Now, the problem is though, because of that fucking bitch, I'm a little bit famished actually, which makes me feel angry, and I'm going to wake up feeling even more hungry. I think I'll do some exercise just to occupy myself with something. So, what could I work on tonight before bed? I guess I could work on the art of the deal, as it were. Yeah, I always had a natural talent for that, so it's not like I even have to train too hard. I can't really concentrate on anything else with the hunger. So, I guess that's going to be everything. You, watch over me as I sleep, and for the love of everything you hold dear, better get some fucking rest at last, cause I am going to need to feed at some point, and if you will not be able to provide, then, well, let's just say I might not be able to provide for you either. And with that being said, That bitch is starting to annoy me. I should have ghouled the other one. She's a whore, but at the very least, she's very hard-working, you have to give her that. But, oh well. We all make mistakes when we are young, and as far as being a vampire, I must admit, I am still pretty young. It is what it is.